Miss Adam Lambert says, "Hey, Mehran, hope you're having a great evening." Adam Lambert. I mean, Adam is usually man's name. Miss is obviously what it means. Or is Adam Lambert is one last name? Am I butchering the name? Anyhow, she says, "I was curious on your thoughts on a situation when a person loses the will to form romantic relationships." Is that normal, or rather something to be concerned about? No, it is normal. What can one do? 27-year-old lady. I don't know enough about that particular scenario they just mentioned, but I would appreciate a little background, such as, have you had number of relationships that they didn't measure up? They disappointed you? Or what is your education and your expertise in your career? Or are you heavily spiritual in the past while? And are you seeing life as much more relaxed and differently than you did before? Are you disappointed of the quality of the friends and associates and colleagues that you find around you? Are you considering yourself, maybe not even purposely, but highly intelligent versus the people you encounter, which causes you, put it in French, not to give a damn about anyone or relationship with anyone, because you simply at the moment feel your intellectual advancement or interest outweighs your physical needs. These are all some of the considerations that could come to play, but I don't know any of that, so therefore my comment on that, Miss Lambert, would not be focused on your specific challenge or dilemma or question. Oh, looks like everybody knows what Adam Lambert is. I'm actually out of it. Jeffrey says, "Great musician Adam Lambert." Nikki says, "Adam Lambert is the most handsome thing I've ever seen." Oh, okay. And Miss Adam Lambert says, sorry, I'm a miss. Oh, so that means you only think Adam Lambert is qualified to be in a relationship with you. Hence, nobody else is. Now, maybe I'm getting to the roots of the matter. So the problem is not that you don't want to be in a relationship. The problem is that you can't find an opportunity to be with Adam Lambert. Hence, you see, the hell with the rest of them. Does that sum it up? All right. Miss Adam Lambert says, sorry, background. Psychology university student, never been in a relationship. Only in love and heartbroken. Suffering from depression for years. I see. Suffering from depression could cause you, of course, you realize that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychotherapist, and I'm not a psychologist. So what I say here is based on my independent research experiences and understanding the effects of thoughts on us and the energy that it brings or takes away, and certain occupation in mind and moods, how it depletes us of the energy that we all need and affects the neurotransmitters and so on and so forth. So it basically, definitely I'm not diagnosing anything, so you need to be talking to your physicians and the experts in that field. However, what I say here is just based on one's experience and non-academic knowledge to another one's question. If that's clear, then we can go on. Miss Adam Lambert says, I had made my nickname years ago, but nice guess. All right, then, as long as I'm in the ballpark. So being depressed obviously lacks a certain kind of neurotransmitters, which brings your mood down. And when you're occupied when figuring out what your mood is all about, you hardly would venture time and investment of time for getting to know someone or bonding with them or finding compatibility or whatever else. Your priorities are different. And at the same time, perhaps being a psychology student, you analyze them too much. And perhaps you are trying to find answers for your mood in a relationship rather than, as you know, depression and psychology is one of the fields that is most advanced during the past 20, 30 years, 40 years, more than any other part of the medicine. So with a certain blood test, and they figure out the chemical imbalance, if there is any, and they supplement it with whatever it needs to be supplemented for. Like we take other supplements, so you take that kind of a supplement. And that takes care of that in big parts. And everybody has some kind of depression anyhow. So that could have something to do with it, which you have kind of waiting as being possibly being a perfectionist. You're waiting for that to subside or to be resolved before you go to another facets of your life, while life is a mixture, is a plate with all kinds of food on it, which you can nibble on each at the same time. Otherwise, the parts that you don't touch goes cold and loses its palatability and taste and the warmth if it's not consumed in that certain amount of time. So you might be a perfectionist and also the type that does one thing at a time. So in other words, even if you want to have your food, you will have this portion that is different, finish that, then you get to the other parts of the plate which has a different kind of food in it. You won't have a bit of a salad and a bit of a food. You will have the food first and salad next, or the vegetables first and the meat, or the other way around, or some combination, not one of piece of each, to have the balance going in. Just some people are like that. And also it could be that you never really took the time to pursue. You expected to be chased or pursued. And in this day and age, men are not how we used to be to pursue. We've been taught pursuing is bad, that the woman should make a decision, the woman should make the initiative. But that is not perhaps to your liking or expectations. These are all some of the reasons that why maybe you have stayed away from it. But again, very little information and what I could do with that information, I guess. But in any case, having lost the desire to be in a relationship, this also means that you're happy with your own schedules and you don't want to take anything away from it, because everything has found a certain order for you, and that order that you have created gives that tranquility and the security that the mind seeks. As you know, mind doesn't have a physical place in the body to find and secure its security. Like, you know, where your elbow and wrists, shoulders, eyes and ears, head and legs and everything else is in your body, that gives you that feeling of security, that they are secured. But the mind, until you teach it where to be focusing and residing in the body to bring that mind and body coordination, in most people's mind, the mind doesn't have a physical place in the body, so it's always roaming around. And since it's roaming around, it finds its security in the order of your life, in the order of things. You know, the mechanical processes that you do, the things that you do during the day creates a certain routine. And that routine creates a certain order. And that order brings that environment of the security for the mind. Mind finds its security in the order, hangs his hat there, feels good in the order of things. And you have created that order. So your disinterest to relationship is not because you're not interested in a relationship. Obviously, you're Miss Adam Lambert. So you have an interest. Your disinterest to be in a relationship possibly could be for the fear of losing the order that you have created in your life, which brings, considering your depression as well, which brings that tranquility and security through the discipline and the knowledge of how things are and how they will progress through the day. Everything is clear, no surprises, and you don't want to create that oscillation. And that is what you're doing. You're naturally protecting your balance. And that is one reason that you feel you're not interested. Not because you're not interested in a relationship, because you're not interested to lose your tranquility, your order, your security of mind, and that could be one of the reasons for how you feel what you feel.